marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today.
Marriage indeed brings us here today. A marriage system isn't always a part of all MMOs, but the one marriage system I respect a lot is Final Fantasy XIV. Today, I want to look at the marriage system as a whole and see what can make Ashes of Creation's marriage system different from every single MMO out there. I'm going to briefly explain how marriages work in Final Fantasy XIV. It's a pretty in-depth process, but you start that process online visiting the Mog Station website and either selecting the free marriage option, the gold option, or the platinum option. Once you have made your selection, you enter in-game to start your quest. By selecting which package you wanted, a formal gown or suit is given to you, and you could either have a jewel crafter make your ring, or you can just buy it from the auction house. From there, you set your date of marriage, then start making your invitations to your guest. Then you wait for your big day, which has an amazing cutscene, and depending on which package you picked, you can get a special mount, a pet, and an emote for each other. It's very cool for those who really enjoy this kind of roleplay, but what can Ashes of Creation do to set them apart? In my opinion, being able to get married in any location you desire. So, if you want to get married on the edge of a cliff with the perfect sunset, you should be able to do that. Or what about getting married on the sea with an amazing ship? You should be able to do that too. How I would do this is you can summon a priest to your location, and once you start the process, you and your partner are immune to any form of damage. Your guest won't be immune to damage, however, if there's like a rival guild out there or someone who just doesn't like you and wants to wedding crash into some carnage, I really believe you should be able to do that. Imagine this really pretty scene with you and your partner and this epic battle happening right behind you, and you see people getting Thanos snapped everywhere. That would be pretty epic. The scene I imagine over and over in my head is the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones. I always said that Ashes of Creation is the de facto Game of Thrones MMO, at least to me, with all the features it has and how players will interact with each other. I think we can all agree that Ashes of Creation is probably going to be the most known for its castle sieges, large epic battles, and PvP. With that being said, invading a wedding would be pretty damn cool and very different compared to a lot of other MMOs that do weddings. If you want to have a safe space experience with your wedding, there should be an option to do so. I want there to be as much customization as possible for the roleplay community and within reason for Intrepid to develop as well. I think we as a collective underestimate how huge the roleplay community is in most MMOs, and I know after playing Final Fantasy XIV, it's a pretty big community. Those people make MMOs so much fun and interesting for people like me. This idea for marriage and improving the wedding system in Ashes came from the Burning Discussion podcast, which I am a member on. I'll put a link in the description so you can go and check it out. We talked with the Golden Feather podcast about the marriage system. It was great to chat with them and hear their stories, so I won't spoil it here, so go watch. Within our hour discussion, we came up with plenty of cool ideas for Intrepid to consider for their marriage system in the future. Since Steven mentioned that the marriage system may come post-launch, they have plenty of time to create something truly special. It's these flavor roleplay systems that keep MMOs alive and well, and many devs in today's MMOs have forgotten that. That's another reason why I believe Final Fantasy XIV has been so successful. Evergreen content, in my opinion, is always king. Without these kinds of systems in MMOs, I like to think of a quote from one of my favorite MMOs. "No king rules forever, my son." I really hoped you liked this video on the marriage system. What would you like to see from this system? Have you ever gotten married in your favorite MMO before? Any feedback on this system down in the comments would be very much appreciated. If you like this video, then hit that like button. It goes a long way to promote my videos and this channel. Subscribe to my channel if you like my content and want to see weekly Ashes of Creation videos go up every Monday at 10 a.m. Central. Follow me on social media. You can always find me on Twitter. My name is Vlhadus, and I will see you in the next one.